let's continue exercise number 1. We've measured the first angle. Let's actually go to a smaller angle. What I've done in between the videos is made the angle smaller, and so it's not as great of an angle as it was before. And I still have the 5-gram mass hanger hanging over the pulley. What I'm going to do, like I did before, is put some mass on it and then push the block to see if it moves. So the mass that we had on the last time was 125 grams, right? So in this case, it should be smaller than that. And that's because we have less of an angle. So I'm only going to start out with 100 grams, and then I'm going to push it. Okay, I think I need a little bit more mass there. You can see it hasn't, not moving on its own accord, so I'm going to put, it's very close though. Oops, I think I'm very close. In fact, it kind of moved there by itself. Okay, let's see, is it accelerating? Yeah, it looks like it's accelerating, doesn't it? All right, so I'm going to take 10 grams off. See if that makes it a little bit better. There, much better. Okay, so now that we've got that, I'm going to measure what's on the end of my string. Every single time I gotta wait for the thing. 115 point, okay. Oh. 115.2, I had the string hanging off of there, so I pulled the string off, so 115.2 grams. Okay, so this is for the second angle, which is lower than the first one. So you can note that it is a smaller mass on there. So to find the force required to go up there, just you can multiply that by 9.8. So 0.1152 times 9.8 meters per second squared. And then again, we want to measure the height. We've already measured the length of the ramp. We don't need to do that again. So you already know what the length of the ramp is. Let's measure this height. There we go. So it is a little less than 20, 19 point, my meter stick keeps going off the side. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep this steady. 29.5. Subtract off 1, 29.4 is the height. Okay, so I'm gonna move it down a little more. So 29.4 is the height. Remember, the length is 80.9, that stays the same. The mass of the block remains the same as well. That hasn't changed either, that's 209.8. So, move it down a little more. So let's do it one more time. Now the TMA and AMA should change slightly each time. The coefficient, though, shouldn't. So when you actually calculate the coefficient of friction, which I'm going to give you an example of in the last video of this exercise, we're going to hopefully see that the coefficient doesn't change. However, the TMA and AMA is, because you're changing the angle of the ramp, it's becoming easier, actually, to move the ramp up. Less mass required to move the block up. It's easier to push it up. So let's go ahead and put, let's see, 40 grams. Let's just do, let's see this. Let's see if this, nope. I need less mass than I did before, so I'm not putting as much on. Okay, add a little bit at a time. No, okay, I'm gonna add 20 more. I'm trying not to have this swing, because when you swing the mass at the end, it, okay, it's close. Let's try this again. Oh, I think we need a little bit more. Very close. Sorry about my phone. So I'm only gonna put 10 more grams on there. 10 might have been a little bit too much, but let's go see if it accelerates. Yes, it accelerates. Okay, fine. So I'll put 5 grams on there. Okay, so one last chance. That looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna do it a slower. Should creep up, but it'll stop in there. Put a little bit more on there. I think I have like 8 grams more. All right, so let's mass it. Just turn the scale on. And again, each time you can see it. Somebody's texted me. 104.2 grams. 101.2 grams. I can't read. 101.2 grams. And we need one more height, and then we should be done with this exercise. Okay. So this height is, there you go. It is, let's see, 10. It's 10 on there, so it's 14. Come on. There. 14 point, what would you say? Oh, no, it's 13.8. So it's 13.7. 13.7.